Hey Joe, it's Uncle. Okay, buddy, I'm going to teach you the whole software system here all in one shot. So this is the front end of the website. We can log in like this. We can have multiple users. So think about having hundreds and hundreds, thousands of registered people all seeing the same stuff. It works like any kind of social network. Tasks and reminders right here. Reports in case you want to put something together. Admin so you can see who your content and users are. All of that. Finally, over here you got your add a new person and search for somebody. You can also search for a specific thing like all people. There's that. So it looks like we got 9 people in the system. So this is the front end of it. Pretty basic. You get into a person, you can edit a person. You can edit a person, save, it'll bring you right back to the same screen, of course, just normal stuff. Married, single, email, save that. Now you've got notes and tracks, so whatever things you do, it'll save it. So if you have, you keep track of it, attachments, just browse and attach like an email, no problem there. And then the aspects is the strength of the system here. It's this person who is related to, she works for a roofing company and a general contractor. But let's suppose she has a sibling, and we'll create her sister. Whatever. Now you got this person related with this person, and so on and so forth. So we've only got sibling and spouse as the 2 options, right? We're going to have a way to change that. We don't have any values associated with roofers and general contractors to a person, so we're going to fix that as well. We're going to go into the roofers aspect, and we may want to add an extra drop-down option for a different type of business. We can bring this to the home page anytime. So now we're going into the back end. That's the front end. System is made up of connections upon connections. You connect with a person, and to the next one, and to the next one, and to the next one. So now we're going to go in the back end here. I'm going to show you how this goes. This is the more interesting part because the front end is just pretty much like any website that you've ever been to. GTA is the best database out there. You've got your home, you've got your crew, you've got your vehicles, you've got your belongings, you've got all these different things. It's just a database, relational database. So here's the tables that we currently have in the system, and we can add new ones. Start thinking from the very, very basic of information that you want to, keep together for a certain group or whatever. So this is that list of the aspects. If we go into the person aspect, so you saw the person aspect has attributes. In each of these attributes, we can reorder them. For a person, an attribute is going to be first name, last name, mobile phone number, email, gender. What do we got here? So let's say we want to add birth date. So we're going to put a date field, and then just as simple as that, we go birth date. Go ahead and save that up. Boom. And we'll go to the aspect list and publish that. Boom. Simple as that. Cool. Done. Now we come back here. And if everything goes well, we should be able to go into this female person and have that extra option of birth date. Oh, that's nice. Save that up. But, that's kind of weird to have the birth date way down at the bottom. So let's go back to the person aspect. And let's find that birth date deal. There we go, birth date. And it's a bit archaic, but we're just going to probably have a little up arrow that says go up 1, go up 1. This is fine. All right. So we'll put it after her last name. Last name is good. There we go. So we got first name, last name, birth date. Go ahead and save that. list, publish, done. Back to this, refresh this page, and birthday, top. And notice the contents that were in there go with it. It's not like it's going to leave anything behind. So that's easy. So next thing is the relationships. So far you saw how to get in and create a table. Well, you didn't see how to create one. You saw how to do one. Let's do a whole new one. We're going to add a new table, and we're going to call this new table shit list. Okay, and this shit list will contain, I don't know, it's the shit list. So this is not an error by any means. This is just stating that there's nothing attached, and that's why it's red, because it's a useless table at this point. It hasn't completed all its functions. So let's go description of, okay, and other things in the shit list are, let's do a drop down for what. Okay, and the shit list for what is like, gotta put the brackets in. Those are the two quotation marks. You'll see that's a blank, and then that equals what we see on the screen. And there has to be the opposite so that you can see what's going on in the back end. Might be the same thing most of the time, but sometimes for the user it's just a lot easier to see nothing than select. Anyway, so then we got shit list for what? 8 shit. Oops. 8 shit. Okay, gotta keep those brackets together. Dang, it's so picky, you know, you gotta get everything. I missed one right there. There it is. Okay. Okay, and dumb shit. So it's a list of people that have done stupid and dumb things. The dumb shit list, the shit list, the whatever. There we go. So that's all set. So now let's go back down here a little bit. Can put a lot of questions if we want. Let's just skip down to the next section. So there we go. Alright, so now this is where we tell it which other tables it can talk to. Okay, so we're going to put a person on the shit list as an example. And then we want to be able to search for it. Right? So we can search for it. I don't think we need to add a task to it, but we could later. Don't worry about a lot of this other stuff. You can enable starring and coloring. Doesn't do much now. It's not hooked up to anything. Anyway, then you pick yourself a little icon. We'll go with the drinks because people do dumb shit. Okay. Oh, we got to save it. Okay. All this red stuff. So now watch what happens here. This is the search field, and so once we save this here, all right. So now we've got description of is the shit list, and then for what, because he ate shit or he did dumb shit. So those are the questions in this brand new table, and we want it to be associated with a person, so that's perfect. We're going to save that, show it in the search. We got the drink thing. Here we go. So now this is what shows up in the search field. This is what we can find. And so having a dumb shit, what was the other shit? 8 shit. So we can have dumb shit and 8 shit, with the same, to categorize them. So you can narrow down the search into exactly what you're looking for. So there it is, description of that. So we'll save this. Go to the aspect list, we'll publish it. There we go. Now, this shit list exists nowhere in the system. We can look all day up and down for the shit list, but it will never appear because we need to connect it to something. So we said we're going to connect the person to the shit list, okay, by adding aspect, and we have no shit list yet. So we're going to put the shit list right there. So next thing we need to do is go to the person aspect. Sorry, the person aspect. There we go. And we have to tell the person aspect, hey, you can be on the shit list. The person goes, I don't want to be on the shit list. You got to be on the shit list. Everyone's going to be on the shit list. There we go. Save that up. I didn't hit it. There we go. There we go. And then we're going to publish it back to the list. Publish a lot of stuff along the way, you know, and you always got to go back and check that stuff. Make sure it shows up. But in this case, it's a multi-step. So we made sure that both the tables can talk to each other. Person and shit list are both active. Now you can have it go one direction or another. But for this case, you know, we can add people to the shit list and we can add shit list to people. So it's fine. And then we have to go and associate them with each other. So we've got relationship and we have a person to the shit list, and the value is funny. No, we don't want funny. Let's just call it. We'll figure it out. It'll be value for now. It's not a big deal. Publish that. Boom, boom. All right, so now we come back to this person, Joan Grail, and if we want to hit aspects and add aspect, we should have, what did we add? The shit list. It's not there. Gotta find the shit list. Oh, see, we didn't add it. We have to update it. Let's see, person. Yeah. No person to shit list. Yeah, it's nowhere. Let's do it again. Did something wrong. Person to shit list, value to value, add relationship. Relationship successfully added. Ha, there it is. Now publish it. There's the person to shit list. And then let's refresh this screen. And there we go. Joan, aspect, add aspect is on the shit list. And she's on it for some value of a reason. We'll figure that out. And then here's the description of the shit list. Joan fell off the dock. Ate shit. Details. Lady in roller skates falls off dock with umbrella. Short skirt. There we go. So now, if you come back to the dashboard, because we flagged it, we've got Joan falls off the dock, ate shit. So you click on this, and then you come in here, and instead of it being in the attachments where the video is, it just automatically, you know, like an image here. So we've got to create like an interface so the attachment doesn't show up as an attachment, but it shows up as an inserted image, which reminds me, so this image right here, if you go to Admin, Settings, first off, you can choose a different, you know, style of database. You know, this one gives it a little more squarish look, and then you know, cerulean looks like this, a little different. Anyway, go into here, choose a different file like logos, whatever. Open it, save it, and just as easy as that, you get a little logo up on top, which is kind of cool. And that's about it. So just start with the most basic of relationships, if you can think about it, and just create a way that people need to keep information in different places. It could be jokes, it could be stories, it could be hints, tips, it could be life knowledge, hacks, it could be memes, it could be whatever you want it to be. You just have to think of a way to put it out there, and it's all yours. Thanks, Joe.